Like this is getting closer and closer, so they're gonna start sheetrocking this real soon. And I mean, this is where we're putting in the full channel system going in, the track system, which is gonna hold the marble to the walls and hold the marble to the ceiling and drop it all the way down. It's gonna be pretty crazy how that goes, but we're excited to see that happen. A few more weeks we'll be in here doing that. It's gonna be great. All the way through here is we're gonna fabricate large format, basically tiles out of 3/4 inch material, 2cm material. 3 different colors cut up to make this floor. So in order to do that, you look at the floor now, it's gonna need a lot of leveler to get it nice and flat so that we can go ahead and move forward and cut all those. Once we get them cut, then lay them down through. But you think about all the traffic and all the stuff that's happening now, yeah, at one point it's gonna be the entrance to a restaurant. It's pretty interesting. So in this particular room, there's 2 fireplaces, one on this side and one on that side that mirror each other. And both of these fireplaces are being cut out of a block from Italy. So, I mean, they're still building the fireplace. So this one is gonna get set right here and it's gonna mirror right across with another one. A second fireplace will also be, you know, right on the other side. So we've got some units that they started, or that's basically, you know, there's just a couple walls left to put in. It's kind of like in the middle of the process, you know, of doing the walls. Now in the shower, we've got the back wall piece, which would be the first one, which in this particular one, we want to get the one with the niche. The niche wall goes first. From here, I mean, he still has the clips in it, all of that. This is what, you know, it's the nature of doing this type of install. Because we want this to be a nice tight grout joint, okay, we keep these things, this levels it to begin with, right? So this keeps it really nice and level, everything's really tight. However, when you go to remove these, okay, you can get little blowouts like this, okay? But this little blowout's really not a big deal for us because what we then do is come in and fill it in with the chip filler and actually pieces of this marble. So once it gets filled in, you wouldn't even know it was there. Yeah. But it's kind of part of the nature of this because what I could do is I could bevel these, but then you'd have this really big grout joint. So we want to keep the grout joints as tight as possible. So with that, it's a little bit of an extra step for us to come in and fill some of the little blowouts that may happen, but it's so worth it at the end. It'll look so much better at the end of the day. So this stone is very fragile. It scratches. You have to work it always. So there's a lot of little fill, a lot of little touch-ups that we'll do, but you know, that'll come along with the project. Every floor we have to do, like because we're putting large format on the floor, like the floor has to be flat. Any deflection in the floor will cause cracks in it everywhere. So if the floor is not completely leveled off, you know, if there's any humps or anything like that, when you put marble on the floor like that in big, large format, if there's a hump in there, it's going to wind up cracking. So we got to make it completely flush.
are at the entrance of Fawn and Fable. And as you can see, we've put a lot of effort into this section here, where we have the columns wrapped with stone. If you remember, they were all the track system that we were putting in. We finished the track system, we put the stone, which is beautiful Gris de Savoy, all wrapped across the top and the bottom, down to the thresholds, which flows right into the checkerboard floor, which is made with 4 different types of stone, all cut to size for that floor, along with the greeter station. It sits beautifully on there, and you can tell on the greeter station how we put the arches around each side. The radiuses we cut with slivers and then polished them out. It came out perfect. And then as you can see, these columns across the board is just something of super elegance, super detailed, hanging off the ceilings, down through the floors. Really just a masterpiece of what we can do here at Armina Stone. Here we are at Fawn and Fable with this absolutely gorgeous, beautiful fireplace here. You guys remember when we started, we had the whole crane system set up in here. It's a 3-piece fireplace cut from block in Italy, hand carved as well to be able to, get all the detail that we're looking for in here. This particular fireplace is made from explosion blue and leathered. So it has a real deep leather to it, which makes it super unique. Very, very difficult installation, as these pieces are extremely heavy. The top piece is almost 2 tons. So, we really took our time, and it came out absolutely gorgeous. And the way they decorated and everything, now that it's finished, really makes it stand out. And not only do we have one here, there's actually 2 in this room. So we had to do it on both sides, and they mirror each other, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. A masterpiece, for sure. So here we are in the wine room. Typically, when you walk into a room like this, you're looking at all the wine. For me, I'm looking at all the stone. We have stone on the walls, the ceilings, all over the place here. And it was really unique too, because this wine rack isn't like any other wine rack. There is literally 100 holes that we had to drill into the stone on the top and 100 holes on the bottom in order for this to be able to actually stand and be able to connect the way it does. This racking system and wiring system is super unique, and it was really difficult to be able to execute, especially through marble. So we had to be very careful on how we drilled the holes, where the holes were set, how far apart, the whole nine had to be absolutely perfect for this to work, and it worked, and it's gorgeous, and we're so excited about it. Here we are with a beautiful piece, a 3-piece fireplace cut from block of Macchia Oro, polished. This is one of 2 polished fireplaces that we had done that was cut from block from Macchia Oro. Here we are at the circle bar. As you can see, it's a complete circle with a beautiful jade marble. And you saw how we were putting these together piece by piece. There was 20 some odd pieces into this bar that goes all the way around. But the real beauty is how it all came together, absolutely seamlessly. This is a really unique piece and a gemstone of this whole resort, really. A great gathering place here. Everybody comes together and sits down at this beautiful bar for years and years and years to come. We're so excited and couldn't be more proud of the way this came together. Our team did an amazing job. Grand Lodge entrance. What a great place to sit and chill, right next to this beautiful Macchia Oro polished fireplace, straight from Italy. This is the largest piece on property. Absolutely huge, gorgeous, super detailed, all cut from block, hand touched to finish it off. All beautiful Macchia Oro, and yeah, 3-piece crane system. You saw it going in. Really, really difficult to get done, and it came out absolutely stunning and perfect. So we couldn't be more proud of this piece, and what a great atmosphere. They did an amazing job here. Welcome to the penthouse suite at the Grand Lodge at Nemacolin. So as soon as you walk in, you can't miss this magnificent fireplace that we actually made in our shop. And fortunately, we were able to do 2 of them. This is a second one that we made here in the bedroom. And it's, again, you saw it in the shop, you saw the pieces come together with the jig. Now here's our final piece actually installed. And this beautiful stone, Rosa Levento, is just a gorgeous piece that, you know, again, comes from actually Turkey, the stone comes from. And then we had it imported to our shop where we custom made this perfect fireplace. So you've seen all the work that went into these showers and these bathrooms, from floor leveling to the Schluter boards and the Schluter system that we put into the shower. Now you can really start to see the final results. And this is one of my favorite bathrooms, and it happens to be in the presidential suite. So we have a beautiful stone here from Italy. The Araboscato is a marble that is just like breathtaking. And the detail and the work that went into making sure, from the shower floor to the grate, the way the walls went in piece by piece, just really the attention to detail is what really makes this just spectacular. And how we've been able to do this in 5 different colors throughout the entire project and keeping that straight through all the units was really something else. So we were very excited about being able to show this type of unit, because on the floors you can really see the big slabs and how they come together, and the flow as you're flowing down this into a whole nother shower, into another section. It's just amazing. And this color just pops. This stone is just gorgeous. It looks like it's just melted off the mountain into this beautiful lodge here in Farmington, Pennsylvania at Nemacolin's Grand Lodge. We love it. It's a masterpiece.